Hello everybody, it's Spore here and welcome back to another video. And in this video, I'm going to be showing you guys how you can make an awesome, pretty much impenetrable security card system. So now this feels like a good time to mention, of course it's not completely impenetrable. You can just break through the blocks and head right in, but that is not the point. The point is that without breaking any blocks, you cannot really go in. And it's also more for the idea. Of course, you can make it all out of obsidian and put an Elder Guardian down there to give you mining fatigue, and then it really is impenetrable. Only like the door can't really be made out of obsidian. But anyway, the door is optional as well. I'm only really going to be showing you how the stuff to build, which is inside the yellow concrete, which is only really the system. The system will have an output, and you can hook it up to whatever you want. For example, a piston door. Now, first I'll show you all how this works. So right here, I've got my password. And now you guys all know it. Oh dear. Anyway, here I have it. So pretty much all I need to do, go into this dropper and place it in. Then I flick the lever, wait for it to come back. Oh, okay, sorry. Mistakes will be made. Okay, that was really embarrassing. So apparently I did not have the correct amount of number of items in here. Exactly, I need to have 18 in there. Okay. Don't worry, that won't happen. Okay, so you put in your card, you flick the lever, and you wait for it to come back. And then, in my case, I can just walk right through my door, right? You can have a bunch of other stuff. You can make a secret staircase open up. I don't know. Anyway, this system has pretty much no flaws, because I can put in a random item, I can flick the lever, you hear some clicks, nothing happens, Blackstone stays in there, yeah? Now, this is where most systems flaw, yeah? This is where most systems flaw. I'm not going to put in a single item and flick the lever. That is where many systems will give you one of these key cards back. But that doesn't happen. Mine does not flaw. And that is really awesome. So, I'll show you how to build it right now. First, let's take a look at the materials, because for this build, you're going to need 16 solid blocks. And these can be any solid blocks that you want, but they have to be solid, so they can, for example, not be half slabs and also not be glass. Then, you'll need two glass. Of course, the glass can be any color you want. You'll need 3 observers, 3 droppers, 2 hoppers, a chest, 3 redstone repeaters, 7 redstone dust, 1 redstone torch, and 2 redstone comparators. And of course, you'll also need some items to rename. I use paper, but of course you can also rename a few pieces of polished blackstone, for example, right? So let's get building. Now, what you want to do first is you want to grab, first you might want to grab yourself all the items that you're going to be needing, because that might be handy, right? Then you can just grab all the items, build up 2 blocks, and place a dropper facing away from the wall, just like that. Then place a chest right there. Place a hopper going into the chest. Then you want to break these 4 blocks. You want to place 2 hoppers going up, just like that, and 1 hopper going down into that dropper, just like that. Now, it's really important that that hopper is pointing into this dropper right here, yeah? So you don't want it to be pointing into the ground, and this hopper has to be pointing into this chest. Next, you can just grab yourself some grass and replace that block. This block you're going to keep open. You want to place a redstone dust in there. Then what you want to do is you want to grab some glass, place it on there, and place it just like that. Grab a redstone comparator, repeater on 4 ticks, solid block, and redstone dust, just like that. So for any of you guys that are interested in the numbers, well, there's a certain amount of passwords that you can make, and the amount of passwords you can make is 1 times 10 by the power of 30. That's how much passwords you can make. If you're not quite sure what that is technically just a 1 with 31 zeros. Yeah, that's a 1 with 31 zeros all behind it. So that is quite a large number, right? If you think that 100 has like 2 zeros behind it, 1003. Well, this number, I'm not entirely sure what it is, but it's got 31, it's a 1 with 31 zeros, which I think is quite large. Next, it will take an insanely long time for people to brute force this password. If you don't know what brute forcing is, it's technically just hacking your password using a really powerful program. I'm sorry if I didn't explain that correctly. There's some really geniuses about that out there. You shouldn't. I shouldn't be the one you ask about it. But anyway, let's just say because my gamer tag is isme64, right? Yeah. So let's just say my password is isme64. That password would take less than a second to brute force. Yeah, less than a second. This password that I have right here, or any other password that looks a bit like this, that is going to take 1 to the power of 33 years to brute force, which is just 1 with 31, a 1 with 34 zeros behind it, yes? A 1 with 34 zeros behind it, and then in years. So that's how many years it's going to take. Which it's millions, it's trillions, it's quadrillions. They're never going to be able to brute force that password. So that's pretty safe. Exactly. So I looked it up and I calculated all that with my very expensive 10-cent calculator, right? I mean, yeah, okay. So yeah, those are numbers for if you're interested in that. I don't know. I thought it was quite amazing actually. So yeah. Okay guys, minor derp on my side. You also need a lever, okay? Trust me, they're not so hard to get by. You just need a cobblestone and a stick. So I'm pretty sure that will be okay. Now it is a good idea to probably start building up the wall. And you're going to want to have one block where the dropper is going to be. I like building it up just like this. And then you can just extend the wall on the sides. I'm using green concrete just because I have that on me right now. But yeah, you're probably going to want a wall. And yeah, that's also because you are going to want to place a lever against this wall. So you can go 2 blocks to the side, 1 block down, and you want to make sure that the dropper right there is inset 1 block into the wall. Next, you want to grab a repeater and place it facing out of the block where that lever is. Then you want to place a glass block in front of that. Place an observer facing up off the repeater. And place an observer, observing this observer facing into that dropper right there. Yeah. Next you want to place 3 solid blocks, just like that. Place a comparator right there. 2 redstone dust. And a repeater over there. Now you want to grab yourself an observer and place it facing out of that redstone dust, just like that. Then you want to place a block behind that, a block here, and a block right there, just like that. Then you want to grab yourself a repeater and put it on 2 ticks facing into this block right here. Then you can go into your inventory and grab yourself a redstone torch, which will be blocking this hopper. And that's it. That is really it. This is the entire system. Now what you are going to want to do is just grab yourself an anvil. Well, of course you don't really need to rename the items, but I suggest you do. And then you can grab some any block that you want. I like using paper. Then grab yourself the items that you want to rename. Rename them. The best way to create a really good password is just to spam on your keyboard, and you'll have the most random password you can possibly get. Next you want to come over to this hopper right here. Place one item in each of these slots. One item is going to go through, and then make sure that there are 18 items exactly in the first slot. Now you want to go through here and grab that item out. And then you can put these items, I suggest putting them in your ender chest, or just keeping one of them and burning the rest with flint and steel. I don't have to, I can just put them back in my creative inventory. So yeah, you can just burn the rest. You only really need one. You only really need one of them. And now, where to hook this up to? You need to hook it up to the repeater. So the repeater will give an output whenever the correct thing is entered. So we can just grab a piston right here to demonstrate that. So we can just go like this, put a random item in there, flick the lever, and you'll see that nothing really happens. Then you can just leave it empty, flick the lever, nothing happens. Then you can put in the correct password, flick the lever, and the piston will extend and retract. So only once the correct item is put in, that repeater will give an output, and you can technically lead that into anything you want. Yeah, you can lead it into a piston door, just like I've done here. I know the piston door is really large. I just added some huge pulse extenders, and of course a way to access it from the outside. I don't know. You can put it. You can like line it up into a secret staircase. Got one of those in my test world. I'm gonna make a tutorial for one soon. So yeah, you can hook it up to that. I don't know. You can hook it up to anything you want. And because of course we're playing in how'd you call it? Bedrock Edition. You can also just put like a sticky piston somewhere and make a chest pop up out of the floor. I mean, you can do all sorts of cool things, right? So yeah, that is really all you need to know. And if you have any questions or any suggestions on videos that I should make in the future, please let me know. If you want me to make something, then I probably will, if it's not totally crazy. And I don't really like any piston door bigger than a 3x3. And I'm not a big fan of making piston doors. Okay? Yeah. Anyway, guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video. Subscribe if you're new to the channel, and remember to leave a thumbs up if you enjoyed, and you probably did if you watched the video this far. So yeah, that's nice. Anyway, remember to join the Discord. Link will be down in the description, and the link to my Twitch will also be in the description. It would mean a lot to me if you want to check that out. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.